Alright, we're back at my base. There's no bull outside, so checking inside. We saw a bull in here last time, so it's probably fine. I don't know how they got inside the house. Big bull. Now that's sabotage. A huge bull on my head. A complete nightmare. And yet there's use in it.
Could I please skim through your notes, Doctor?
Are you out of your minds? What did you drag an animal to the doctor's house for? It's already trying to eat the wallpaper. How did you get here? The boss told us to bring the bull to Stillwater. Why worry so? We got orders. We bid a hibebdi. Ezenin kain shog zuga kebe. The master is joking. Well, Ogimsky does have a sense of humor, peculiar as it may be. The bull breathed out, coming in, but now it breathed in like a bellows. There's no way you can move him now, Kirigi. Trust me, Erdem. I've been pushing bulls through gates my whole life. By dear Shell Elektape. Bull likes it in here. Kundetekund. So he is not leaving. Yell at him and lash him all you want. Better not lash him. The bull chooses where it wants to be. No one can command it. Not even the boss. This is so absurd, I'm not even mad at you. My apologies, Doctor. It's my fault. I looked away for a moment and they pushed it through the door. I have no idea what to do now. Do nothing. Let's keep it. It's funny, actually. Someone comes on command to business and runs into a bull. Are you sure? I'm sure. Let's proceed with the experiment. I happen to have the plague shot on me. I set everything up to administer it to the test subject. Thank you, Mr. Little. Please return to the patients when you are ready. Things might go south without your supervision. My mania got so high again. Oh, fuck.
Pinewood house, a knife of brass, a friend in words. These are all glass.
What a lovely bull. Look, it has long eyelashes. You like it? I was worried I'd have to explain the bull in the room. He is wonderful. Wonders do not require an explanation. As long as I dreamed, a long time ago I dreamed of becoming an herb bride and dancing for all of us before the languishing eyes of bulls. This never materialized, but the bull watched me with languor here. I'm happy you are okay with keeping the bull in Stillwater. There's the matter of the plague, though. I infected the bull with it. You would be safer in a different house. I don't want you to contract the illness. Do not concern yourself with this. Not a single person has fallen ill in the Stillwater. That would have been too easy. It's not your body that this house challenges. Wait, it just occurred to me. What if the Stillwater protects the bull too, and your experiment fails? Not a single person, you say? But how many lived here? Especially when a deadly plague was raging outside. Not all that many. But I'm not leaving. I was given responsibility for the Stillwater. You are almost family to me, but still a guest. A guest cannot force their host to leave. Almost family is wild in 6 days, although I've definitely experienced more than 6 days. It doesn't feel like you don't want to go. More like you can't. Your orderlies visit you all the time. If you wish they could do my blood work, would that give you the peace of mind? Well, if your blood work shows contagion, I'll have to invent a cure for the plague that very instant. Don't rush it. That's all. See what happens to the bull. There's plenty of space. Good for the bull and for your worries. Actually, it simplifies matters. You don't have to run, and you have all the more reason to stay in the still water. I really hope we're not making a mistake. There's a ton of dialogue specifically about you fostering a romance with Eva, huh? Don't think I have use for anything here. I am once again dying, though. Where's Crowfoot? You promised you'd talk to him. I did talk to him, but nothing came of it. Crowfoot won't come back. Fine. I don't need him. I'll cure everyone without his stupid faith. I doubt it's a matter of faith. Crowfoot grew up, that's all. He can't. He promised we'd be kids forever. He promised not to let me go. And now he did. Fine. He can grow old as much as he wants, but I don't want to. He didn't let you go. He let his past go. There's a difference. But why? Why let go of the things that make you happy? You need to hold on to them for dear life. Schmouder's got us respect. Every kid in town knew that we chased away the pest with them. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it wasn't you who defeated the plague. Your schmouders were always a poison. I saw your lab on the floor above. Master Burke had equipment like that. You make potions too? No. I specialize in a different field. For those studies, I need special equipment. Are you sure you're a doctor? Doctors use potions and powders. Doctors listen to nature and know recipes. I'm a different kind of doctor. And my studies are better than any potion or powder, but their effect isn't immediately obvious. And not everyone can see it. I know recipes. My mom taught me, and Master Burke. I could write them down for you so you can make potions. We could share knowledge like real doctors. Not too long ago, you considered me a swindler. What changed? Eva said you're okay and not a swindler. She said you only look like a mangy shoenack. But you're a proper doctor on the inside. Eva also said that we were colleagues. Come see me tomorrow. I'll write down some useful potion recipes for you. Just... let's stay away from those schmouders. I'm interested in Master Burke's recipes. Well, that's probably helpful to get that kind of information. Stocking up on nuts. My god, the audio's losing its goddamn mind. The Schmetter Girl Ice is assigned to the command. We'll create an... Now Schmetter Girl is assigned to the command. We'll create in warmth, satiety, and without daily danger of infection. The inventor will provide me recipes for her best medicines. Not for free, of course. So I still have to pay her. Do one bull. And so a huge infected bull has taken up residence in the Stillwater. I may have now done everything this time. So yeah, last time I didn't successfully talk to the bull. Last time I didn't find the Schmatter lady in the first place. So most of that quest was new. And last time I didn't press Q on the grave, so it didn't complete the quest. So now the whole day seems to be done with quests, except the diagnoses. And it's already 7 p.m., so I should do that tomorrow. And in the meantime, getting some sleep would probably help with my mania situation. Oh, this is what I was thinking about. An episode or two ago, I talked about how it feels like they added a bunch of gamified situations that help you feel like you're making progress in some way. Like all the little pings and notifications and so on. This is the thing I was thinking about in particular. This system, the more I fiddle around with it, I'm like, I don't think there's actually that much depth to this overall system. I don't think it's that crazy. I think that as far as simulations go, this is less that and more like a Facebook game. Like just kind of like oh, I feel like I'm doing something. You kind of just plug in some things and the meters move around a little bit, and it's just like not that deep. In particular, since you can just rearrange them whenever you feel like to fix the overall balance of the chart. Like I don't really have to be playing it that actively as I go. I can just stock up on upgrades and alternate options and then just like slot stuff in wherever it happens to fit and just kind of click on whatever's currently lit up or click on whatever will lower the thing that I want to lower more right now. There's not that much going on to it, but this screen does make you feel like you're doing something because it gives you feedback all along the way of like how much you're lowering the contagion and stuff like that. So like this definitely feels compatible with like mainstream gaming audiences that might have bounced off the game otherwise, and that feels like it's more akin to like part of why it might exist. All right, one more loop. Maybe more, especially if I get a diagnosis wrong. But I believe I'm resetting nothing, because now I'm just going to do the diagnoses, which I haven't done before. This is a crowded day. That's a huge thought screen. Holy crap. Most of the icons are still clustered around day 2 in particular. I wonder if that means something that I maybe should be worried about. Like, why are there so many major things all mapped to day 2 and they aren't showing up anywhere else? There's 1 on day 3, 0 on day 4 and 5, or 6 so far. What is up with that? Was day 2 just that important? Why are the important things not like spread out more? Weirdly, the thing about the herdsman is still a standalone thing there. Oopsie. Did I have 12 items? I forgot to check. Might have lost something. Motherfucker. I'm so annoyed at this part of the game, man. If I have a single lapse in double checking my stuff, it throws out all my healing items. I just lost like 10 healing items, guys. God damn it, man. Bro. That fucking sucks. Spin.
Boiling, cracking, screeching.
God, that sucks.
Living.
I have a pet theory that maybe it scraps whatever is considered to be the lowest value item in your inventory, which is really frustrating because yeah, the calomel is considered a value of 1. It also might have been its location in my inventory. God damn it. If I ever forget to double check my entire inventory to make sure I have exactly 12 or fewer items, then I could just lose my healing items. Ugh, it's literally the most important item in my inventory from my perspective. It's the one I need to deal with constantly to deal with any amount of mania I might have that's overboard. Which you kind of always need to have some of, probably. Here's one. Heavy dose of morphine giving you 42. That's a little scary. That's a little bit in like I might have a problem territory. Down to 5. Shards of glass are not back. There's just a few vendors here and there. Map is pretty empty now, which is a good sign for the kind of day that I'm trying to have now. God, I'm so annoyed. I get all ahead on my resources, and then the fucking game just screws me. It's genuinely hard to get that many calomel again, too. Because I can get like 1 from each individual child vendor around these areas each day, but I can't get back the amount that I got from like the train yard, which is why I was truly ahead. Feel insane. Alright, that'll have to do for now. Let's see what I can do about the diagnoses. I wonder how far into the campaign the diagnoses go. Like, I imagine you're not still doing diagnoses on the last day. In particular, I remember the last day in the original game being weirdly like this throwaway sandbox day where you can just freely walk around and spend your schmatters and cures on everybody and you don't actually do much gameplay. Don't remember what it was like in 2. Dr. Dankovsky. Oh, I'm so lucky you're here. My housemate has gone off his rocker. He moves furniture at night, claws at the walls. Can you sort him out? What do you mean, claws at walls? My housemate was ill with the plague. Then he recovered and started moving furniture like crazy and clawing at the walls. He did not specify at all. What do you mean he recovered? Are we talking about the same plague? The sand plague? Sure thing, Doctor. The one and only. Jakub fell ill with it 3 days ago. I'll go to the dark wood, he says, and the wood will cure me. So he goes and comes back in the morning, healthy and jolly as a moose. But something's going on with him at night. Where did he find the wood around here? Did you call it dark? Is this the name of some village? Darkwood? Is this a reference to the video game they're making a sequel to? I ain't got a clue. Didn't think my mate would pull through. I thought he went to the steppe to die, but lo and behold, he returned. It's not him anymore, though. It's like some creature wearing his skin and pretending to be Jakub. What the fuck? You do slide furniture around a lot in Darkwood because you barricade things and stuff. Is this just a fucking Darkwood reference? Give me your hand. I'll check your pulse and body temperature. I'm right as rain. It's Jakub who behaves like he's been smoking weed. He moves furniture at night. He barricaded the door as if he expects someone to come for him. He sees beasts in the shadows and he makes those weird sounds. Please, visit us after dark and take a look at him. Or at least listen to him. I'm begging you, Doctor. You're saying he fell ill 3 days ago, and he's still alive. Perhaps another case of intercurrent illness. I wonder if they're going to bring back the scary dog in the next game of Darkwood 2, the one that calls you meat. I'm supposed to visit him after dark, so I guess I'll go in now still. This is a Darkwood reference. Like, what the fuck? Oh, there you are.
Lips are cracked.
I guess this explains why you're not at the other place. It's been days now, and I still can't believe there's a hospital in the theater. And that it's actually working. Though I can see you're clearly short-handed, I continue to be naive for thinking that I can predict when it's safe to go do my diagnoses. Every step of the way through this courtyard and the opening door area, the entryway, there's just always more and more NPCs asking for me to do quests, aren't there? Honestly, we're short of everything. Hands, medicine, brains. The last one specifically. Don't you remember me? I'm Laura. Laura Ravel. 3 days ago you were in Flank, at the shelter, looking for Stamaton. My refuge is always open to those in need, and today I've come to ask on behalf of one such person. Are you familiar with the name Stanislav Rubin? I know him. I was already at the shelter today and spoke with Rubin. Then you'll understand my concern. Rubin is in a very bad way, which is why I came. Perhaps if there was a place for him in the hospital, if he could put his talents to use, it might help. I offered him a place in the hospital. Didn't see much enthusiasm in his eyes. How unfortunate. He's one of those people who always carries sorrow in his soul. But sometimes there's so much of it that I fear will break him. I'm glad you've already spoken. I hope he'll accept your offer in the end. I'm very sorry, but I don't have time to coddle him. Dang. Okay, so that was just a hook for the quest there, which makes sense. Even when I found Rubin, I was like, was I supposed to know he was here? I didn't have a quest indicating he was there. I just walked around inside the shelter a little bit because another quest took me there. It gave me a sinking fear. I'm like, oh my god, how many encounters am I missing with NPCs because they're just like hidden in slightly different locations and the quest doesn't point you there. So it's good to know that there was a hook for it. Because yeah, I have no idea how many interactions I might be missing, but you'd have to check everywhere every day, which would be wild. That'd be quite the commitment. Ah, some supplies. Oopsie. There's nothing in there. There is more in there. Morphine crystals to mix with water to make morphine. Just more normal morphine. Shit, that's a lot of morphine. And a heavy dose of morphine. Wow. Excessive. We have a heavy dose of strychnine and a heavy dose of morphine. I wonder if I can get those every day to more effectively murder people, basically. I'm sorry. Let them go. Okay, we'll look into that stuff tonight, but for now I have people to meet. I talked to you up here.
Nina kinda held my hand once. Look, the burn is still there.
The burn? We've got a full house at our theater today. 4 patients resisting the plague. Oh god. And then a 5th one that's across town apparently. Won't be an easy task to examine them all. Tell me more. Keep it brief. Inventor named Hardman. Hideo Kojima character. Local peddler named Gannett. Grouse, a rather odd woman. And Burdock. I think he's, well, a bandit. Not very nice to say about a patient, I know. What exactly did Hardman invent? So far? A way to get a hold of a confused barrel of infected water. A confiscated barrel of infected water and drink from it. Some people got no sense of self-preservation. Oh no. What are Gannett's complaints? It's others complaining about her. Neighbors saw her coming out of an infected district. She violated the quarantine. You say grouse is odd. What do you mean? How do I put it? Her pockets were full of clay. We took it away. Can't bring dirt into the hospital. You better see for yourself. Though she's not very talkative. What's so troubling about Burdock? I know his local type. They're the ones who loot empty districts after the plague moves on to another one. So, be careful around Burdock, Doctor. Just in case. He's still a human being, though. I'm not suggesting refusing him treatment. Hand me their medical charts immediately. 4 patients will take more time either way. Yeah, no, this is probably multiple days of diagnosis, damn. I kind of thought they were going to stick to 3. Well, I guess we had a reason to think that they wouldn't because the casebook thing has space for 4. Yeah. They've always had space for 4 plus the vaccine thingy. Why don't I have a vaccine on day 3? Am I supposed to have one? Did I fuck it up? I wonder if I just didn't finish steps. It doesn't. It seems like I didn't. It doesn't count cooldown as diagnosed either. I can see the way you're looking at me. What way? With contempt. At a colleague, no less. Granted, we aren't colleagues in the professional sense, but we do have the same calling. And you'd be wise to listen to me, since we're fighting the same enemy. Death. Except unlike you, I've all but won my battle. I would gladly discuss this topic with you, but let's leave it for later. First, I need to know what you're sick with. What kind of sickness can touch a man who has access to knowledge that can cure any disease? And sure enough, now you're looking at me differently. I can see a thirst for knowledge in your eyes. Get ready, then, to receive it in full. A theory is baseless unless it has experimental results to back it up. I'm living proof that my formula works. Now that I have it, I can never contract any kind of disease. I will be honest though, the system is almost perfect, but it isn't flawless. I'm still rough around the edges in a few places. Are the wobbling eyes a trait? Regular pupil-shaped visual impairment, darkened eye capillaries. I don't see a weird shape. Yeah, they're just kind of trembling around. Such as breathing, for one. The lungs grow in size, and relearning to breathe with them takes time. Unpleasant, but no more than that. And then there are the ambovines. Ah, the ambivines are the worst. Ambivines? What do you mean? You know, ambivines. Nasty little things, always looking to get into your intestine. But I found a solution. All you need to do is close your mouth. Yes, it's that simple. Close it and don't open it again until they're gone. Embovines. Huh. I see. I'm gonna go with hallucinations. That sounds like what that means. Overall, as you can see, it's a small price to pay for staying healthy forever. But you must be curious as to details. Don't hold back, ask your questions. I admit I do feel a craving for educated discussion sometimes too. I still don't understand what you mean when you say embovines. You know, these little ones, like balls of bread. Terribly obnoxious. They came when I was testing the second, improved formula on myself. Haven't left ever since. So yeah, they're weird disease thing. They're weird hallucinations. You've mentioned breathing problems. Could you be more specific? I have no problems, I'm telling you. That's the lungs cleansing themselves and growing. Which causes the feeling that the air has been pumped out of them. A passing phenomenon not worthy of so much of attention. Normally, someone who offers a cure for every disease is either a quack or a fool. But every norm has its exceptions. Please tell me more about your formula. At last, you're willing to talk as equals. Take it in, absorb it, digest it. Now, have you ever entertained the possibility that water might not be merely a life-giving fluid, but also a repository for information? No! Not the water has memories, shit. I have a bad feeling about this. Water is like a notebook that you keep on your desk. You can write words in there, cross them out, write something else. Looks like you've read a few of those newest articles on chemistry, and now you're romanticizing the passive transport process a bit too much. Would you mind not interrupting me? You, for example, have impounded those drinking barrels because you think they are infected. I don't think they were infected. I know they were infected. But all those barrels really contain is a string of words that can be corrected, turning the poison into its own antidote, much like if you remove the prefix dis from the word disaffection. So, my formula removes these dis from diseases in the water. You get it now? Just turns them into eases. We seem to be getting to the part where you say all you did was drink infected water. Am I right? I abhor the practice of experimenting on other people. Every product of my creation I've only tested on myself. My science transcends the empirical and the exact. It has its own approach that's distinct and unique. That you've only tested everything on yourself is the only good news here. All that's needed is a sheet of paper, a pencil, and some infected water. If you write the formula on a sheet of paper and wait for it to dissolve completely, you'll get water that's not only disease-free, but also acts as a cure. Don't you believe me? Don't you believe it? You don't believe it? Just take a look at me. Thank you for your answers. This was educational. Would you like to add something, maybe, about how you're feeling after the experiment? Shh, dear colleague. Quiet. Can you hear it? Oh no. I'm afraid it's them. The embovines. Yes, certainly them. There's one on your shoulder already. Be careful. Keep your mouth closed tightly. Can we talk after they disappear? While you're keeping your mouth shut, let me look at the results of your experiment with my own eyes. Please go behind the screen. Let's look at lungs for a second. Difficulty breathing. I believe he explicitly said that. Yes, I don't think it's pain or coughing. He did just say difficulty breathing, basically. He blames on his chest being so, his lungs growing. Alas, no embovines found, nor any traces of them. And I was hoping to meet them. All we have is his pointy nippies. And here are the results of his scientific breakthrough. The veins have completely darkened. That's eerie. Veins in the arms and legs become distinctly visible through the skin due to various causes. Varicose veins are darkening. Yep, vein damage. Nothing on his legs. Does that narrow it down? Hallucinations, difficulty breathing, vein damage. It all points at ink syndrome. Infection often found in sewage and stagnant water bodies. That makes sense because he drank the water. It can also be present in fish tissues. The virus alters the blood's chemical composition, resulting in darkened blood vessels in the eyes and throughout the body's circulatory system. Hallucinations and breathing difficulties in patients may indicate brain damage and therefore an almost inevitable fatal outcome. Uh-oh. He's got like amoebas in his brain, doesn't he? The capillary is tired, like that. Risk groups: people interacting with specific steppe water bodies in Gorkon, washerwomen, shepherds, steppe dwellers. That's the only thing that matches up with the main symptoms we have, and they seem to all be true. Are you ready to continue our conversation? Let me know when you're able to talk again. Using to talk because of his freaking things. Still keeping silent. I'm now anxious about embovines jumping in my mouth as well. Yeah, he's never gonna talk to me again. Alright, well, it pretty cleanly goes to one diagnosis, so I don't think I need to gather samples right now. I think I'm just gonna lock this one in. We have 3 more people to check. And I would like to save the slides for more ambiguous people. I don't know if I have slides, though. I'm just kind of hoping that when I finally check one of them, that they actually have slides to use, because it's now... No matter how many times I repeated yesterday, I never got my slides back, which sucked. But maybe going to the next day gives you more slides. I'm just not sure what to do with that, because, like, I don't think slides are an item that goes in your inventory. So, like, I don't know how to get more. I just gotta hope that there's a budget of them per day that for some reason doesn't reset based on the timer. Which is maybe a balancing system against you being able to spam diagnose by just checking every single symptom manually and not having to deduce things otherwise, but the system doesn't seem that hard overall, so I don't feel like that'd be a worthwhile thing to intentionally balance. So I still kind of think that the slides not resetting every day might be a bug. So I'm just not sure what its intended function would be. Well, that's only 1 down and 3 to go. Good luck, me.